Peace, family. It is your man, King Jay Morrison, and welcome back to another episode of Jaywalk, where I'm going to show you and instill in you not just motivation and inspiration, but instruction on how to maneuver through life, how to walk through life, how to get through all the obstacles that we have to face. And today's episode is called Stop Being Stupid. There's so many of us, right? In every episode, I like to start off with some kind of quote or, kind of a tagline, if you will. And so today's kind of memorable quote is a question. And that question is, if you know the right thing to do, if you know the smart thing to do and you don't do it, what's that make you? Stupid! And so I pose that question often to my coaching clients, to my mentees, my proteges, because a lot of times we just need a reality check on how to move wise, how to move smart. And that's how I look at life. That's how I get through life. I look at life very cut and dry, very linear. I don't try to, I try to take away the emotions. So we often get so bogged up into emotions and how we feel. And what my mom, Lori Morrison, at the time, what she instilled in me was this saying that you also may want to quote or write down or screenshot and put in a meme and, post for me. And that is, boys do what they want to do, men do what they have to do. And what that boils down to is oftentimes we're caught up in our emotions of wanting to feel good, wanting to enjoy whatever it is that we want to enjoy or do whatever it is we want to do, as opposed to the things that we have to do to get to where we say we want to go. And if you watch me build some of you guys have watched me literally, some of you have been following my brand from like 2012 to 2013 before the Jay-Morrison Academy, and have watched me launch the Jay-Morrison Academy was envisioned in November of 2013. I literally did a soft launch in December, and our first class, January 8th of 2014, just 60 days after I envisioned and conceptualized this concept. Then from 2014, over the last 5 years, have now grown this school to one of Inc. 500's fastest growing companies in the country, right? Number 588 out of the Inc. 500 or the Inc. 5000. And so you guys watch me grow, right? But it's a lot of discipline, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of intentional decisions that have went into this. And then while doing that, while hosting over 50 free corner classes in over 26 cities, while being an active social activist protesting for Alfred Wright out in Sterling, Freddie Gray, Otis Bird, shutting down Houston's restaurants and others, still launched another multi-million-dollar company, the Tulsa-Real-estate-fund, while I wrote 2 books, which both were bestsellers. I'm not saying it to be bragging and boasting about me. What I'm saying is that the things that I said I want to do and accomplish, and there's still more to do and accomplish, I want to unite my community around one flag and unite my community around one Black Vote Day to control our social and economic destiny. Is all this is written in my book, The Solution. I want to repair my community through our African in America repair curriculum. And there's many other legendary feats and things that I want to accomplish, actions I want to accomplish. But I would, and mind you, I have not been perfect during this journey. There have been times where I've said I want to do these things, but my actions didn't match them. And I always had to check myself and reel myself back in. There was a time where I said I want to lead our community and accomplish this unity and this repair, but then I got caught up in success and caught up in women and caught up in lavish and flamboyant lifestyle. And I had to check myself, like, if you're really trying to lead, at one time, I was still calling our women bitches. And I was still calling our men niggas. But I called myself a leader. So how could I lead the economic and social advancement? How can I lead combating our social degradation, how we degrade ourselves? But I myself were degrading our own women. And so I was living a life contrary. I was being stupid. Living a life contrary to what I say I want to do. I wasn't doing the smart thing, right? So as a leader, if I know the smart thing to do in empowering my community, African people in America and African people abroad, around the world, black people, if I know that it's smarter to not call us niggas and bitches, I know that's smarter. I think every athlete, every entertainer, every dope boy, every everyday working class person that uses that N-word and that B-word, they know that using our former slave master's language towards us is not the wisest and smartest thing to do in regards to advancing us, but it feels comfortable. You're being lazy. The discipline part creeps in. You don't want to be disciplined. You don't want change. But you say that we want to free ourselves from our oppressor. We say Black Lives Matter. But how can Black Lives matter so much to you when you degrade daily Black lives in your everyday conversation, in the music you make? You're being stupid. Because you're being stupid, not because of just what you're doing, because of what you're doing and what you say you want to do, and who you're being in contradiction to who you say you want to be. And so, holistically, I had to check myself, and I made that adjustment. And for the last 3 years now, every black woman that I meet and greet hears the word queen come out of my mouth. Even if she is walking in her queenly state or not, I want to elevate her and give her and speak life into her. Same for our kings. It's just one small thing that I can do to be who I say I want to be and become and accomplish what I say I want to accomplish, the repair of our community. So let's take that back, not so social, not so deep, not so conscious, not so woke, right? It still boils down to business, right? And it just boils down to life. Daily, Queen Jazz behind the camera and I were talking earlier. She helps run my social media. And daily, I get dozens of direct messages. We call them DMs. And I get daily DMs saying, Jay, I'm 25, I'm 22, I'm 35 years old, I have this situation, I just came home from prison like you, I'm a teenage dad or mom, I have these circumstances, right? Life throws things at us. I was born to a single mom. I was a teenage dad. I have 3 felonies in 3 different states. I served 2.5 years in prison. I was a welfare kid, WIC kid, Section 8 kid, right? So I get life and its adversity. And so people say, Jay, how can you help me? I need mentorship, man. I need help. I need to get out of this situation. But I have over 1,000 lectures on YouTube. I have countless free webinars and content. I have a free community on our website, jay-morrison-academy.com. I offer this particular platform, Jaywalk, right? Outside of that, we have a mentorship program that's just $3 a day, like $99 a month, or the full package, $149 a month, $5 a day, for you to get mentorship from me and learn the skills that I learned to get me out of the trap of 10th and Springfield and Newark, New Jersey, South Side, serving dope to Bloods and Crips and into my community, to get me off of that corner through the mortgage and real estate industries, through the real estate development industry, into a national influencer, into an author, into a successful businessman, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I give you those same strategies, and you're saying, Jay, come save me, come help me, but yet you won't follow the instruction or the blueprint that I left you. That's being stupid. Or you've made no legitimate chance to change things in your budget or your spending habits, or to add additional income in order to be able to participate in the paid tuition programs outside of all the free, amazing free content that we offer. And I'm saying that to say, if it really matters to you, and this is going to be kind of part of another episode we're going to do about your will to succeed being strong enough. But for this episode 4, I want to focus on just not being stupid. When I mean not being stupid, I mean don't say that you want to change your life and that you want a life transformation, but you are not doing things that support the transformation you say you seek. If the mentorship program you want happens to cost $5 a day, and you feel like that person has the blueprint, like for instance, take me out of it, right? Because it's not about self-promotion or my particular organization. If I were to go to, and I always had this dream since I was like 17 years old, I always said, if I were to run into Puffy, P. Diddy, or Jay-Z, right? I always said, yo, if I had a chance to run into Diddy or Hove, I'll give him $10,000 to talk to him for 10 minutes. Like, that was always my plan. Like, yo, if I run into Diddy or Hove, I'm gonna give him 10, we didn't even call it racks back then. I'm gonna give him 10 G's, 1,000 a minute just to talk to him, because I believed in myself so much that if I could get their ear for 10 minutes, they would see something in me. I didn't even know what my ask was. I had no idea what I would even ask them. I didn't have a business proposition or nothing. I just wanted to speak to them, let them feel my energy, whatever it was, and I was willing to pay 10 racks for 10 minutes. I have not met Puff yet, but I have met Hove and, had pleasant dialogue and didn't have to pay $10,000. I did treat he and Beyonce and Blue and their family to lunch, though, to brunch. Nevertheless, if I talk to Hove, anyone I admire, and I said, Don Peebles, billionaire, real estate developer, others, right, of influence, and I say, well, what's the blueprint to reaching $1 billion? I want to get there. And Hove said, all right, I'm going to give you the blueprint. You're going to need to get this training, this coaching, read this book, or do whatever it is. And I said, oh, well, I don't want to do that. Stop laughing, Gene. I told you, stop laughing on my shoots. But how stupid would that make me? If I felt the man had the plan for me, if I felt he was genuine, if I felt he was authentic, I felt he was successful, I felt he represented my values. And then Hove, Jay-Z himself, Sean Carter, gave me the blueprint on how to move. But I don't want to do that. I want to do it my little boy way. I don't want to be a man and do what I have to do. I want to do what I want to do. Tell me something that I want to do. I want to get to where I want to go, and I want to do it how I want to do it. That's stupid. Too many of us are not willing to make the sacrifices and adjustments in life, or the disciplines or the investment that we need to be able to put ourselves in position for where we want to go. You think I got here by not investing in myself or not making very difficult decisions? Or not being where I had to be or doing. There's times, honestly, at one point when the real estate market was down and I was into some other businesses. I've run, managed, or been a part of over 36 companies in my career. Record labels, school uniform collections, other clothing companies, consulting companies, staffing agencies, entertainment companies, party promotion companies, etc. Courier services. I literally owned the courier service. And during that process, I remember being a partner in a staffing agency, and we were short on the money we had to pay our staff. And that's one of the biggest parts of a staffing agency is paying the staff. And so sometimes you get these big contracts and you have 130 employees, but your contractee did not pay you yet as the staffing agency, the middleman or middlewoman, and so you still got to pay your staff, although you have not got paid yet the big check from the vendor. And so at that time, I had a diamond bracelet and some other jewelry, and I couldn't be a little boy about it. I had to pawn my jewelry to pay my staff to then get my check that I needed to then pay everybody out. It's called manning up and womaning up for my queens out there. What I'm trying to tell you in Jaywalk, I'm giving you the disciplines, the intangibles of how I got through life, is that doing what I had to do to make happen what I had to make happen. It's a certain level of the cloth you're cut from. It's a certain level of character. Some of you didn't grow up under family structures that instilled or in communities or on blocks or in neighborhoods or in colleges or wherever, however you grew up, that instilled that kind of value and structure in you. Another example, when the real estate markets crashed and I lost big time on an investment I had in Virginia, I was building a 10,000 square foot nightclub, got approved for a $1.3 million loan from SBA. And some things happened, some personal things. I also was going through a divorce. I also was very arrogant, egotistical, prideful, and just feeling myself. And very financially irresponsible. I mean, I spent money like money was free water, not even bottled water, fountain water. Like, I'm talking about running fountain water. I made money fast. I made an abundance of it. I mean, at times I was doing $70,000 to $130,000 a month. I mean, there were times I was just, I would get a $70,000 wire or $80,000 wire, and I just wouldn't even sneeze. It meant nothing to me. I had I was living in abundance. And that started to go away. My spending habits didn't go away, but my financial, my revenue and cash flow was going away. And so during that time, my younger brother, Arthur Morrison, he has an amazing book out called Overcome, How to Tap Into Your Superhuman. I'm talking about, it really is an amazing book by Arthur Morrison. You should look it up. Anyway, he was living with me from the time he was 15 years old. I had literally taken him in as his guardian because my mother and my stepfather, rest in peace, were going through some things. And, I was the oldest of 4 siblings. And I did what I knew not even thought, what I knew men are supposed to do and what an older sibling's supposed to do. So I took my brother in. He lived with me. He got to experience some very fun nights that I had with many women coming over to my house and while he lived in my condo, and some of the fun things I did as a 27, 28-year-old. But I would still get him to school every morning at 7. Sometimes I'd give my Range Rover keys and he had to make it to school himself because I was too hungover. But it was a different lifestyle, different Jay. But after he graduated high school, we decided, because of his basketball career, he's 6'7", really nice in ball, but would develop late in the game, and he had broke his hand in high school and tore ACL and all kind of other stuff. We were putting him through prep school. And side note, before I finish the story, all you watching this, whenever you're watching this is your fair exchange to me, and you're planting seeds and you're establishing some karma in the world for you to go share this right now, to subscribe to whatever channel you're watching this on, to leave some comments below so I get feedback from you on what I could do better or what you like. Maybe it's all perfect or just what you're inspired by. Share it, like it, subscribe, etc. Right? So that's, our fair exchange. Let's get this platform out there because I believe it is valuable, and I hope you believe it's valuable if you're watching this far. So back to the story. Especially my Facebook audience. You guys have been I've been holding it down. Y'all been kind of leaving me hanging a little bit, but still love. So my brother was going through prep school, Apex Academy. Some of the biggest names in basketball have come through this school, who play currently in the NBA today. And long story short, as money started to dry up later on in his second year of school, as I was, going through these different challenges, the financial challenges, and many of you know I filed bankruptcy out of those financial challenges and bounced back from that. But his school tuition was still due. And I had another piece of jewelry I loved, which was a 30-carat diamond tennis chain appraised for $89,000. Beautiful stones. I mean, it was like a nice piece. I love this chain. I mean, I really want to buy another one, but I think you guys look at me crazy if I did. But his tuition was due, and I just didn't have all the money for his tuition and to do everything else I had to do in life. And so I had to go, unfortunately, sell, not even pawn, but literally sell that chain, not even a chance to get it back. I sold it, I cashed it out, and, handled business. Again, living by principle, living off of wisdom, again, being who I say that I want to be. I was his guardian. I was his older brother. I had to hold him down. I gave him my word, right? And so I'm tying that in to all of you who speak your words, whether it be through text or through verbal, but you say these things with conviction that you say you want to do and who you want to be to your family and who do you want to be for your children and who do you want to be in life and Who do you look up to, but your actions don't match what you say? You're audible. And so my point is, I get coaching clients and mentees who come to me and say, Jay, I want to get out of the streets. Jay, I want to change my life. Jay, college ain't for me, or I've done college and I got $1 million of student loan debt, and corporate America isn't for me. I'm part of the corporate trap, the college trap, the corner trap, the correctional trap, the culture trap, right? I'm sucked into pop culture. I'm spending money fast. I got all these bottles, all these cars, all this. I had a coaching client who came to me and said he had, a couple $100,000, big cars, paid off cash, did every club, every vacation, did everything, looking for a life transformation. I said, okay, cool. We can start our coaching program, but he didn't find it valuable to invest in, what we can do in the coaching program, but yet you can spend $30,000 in a club on bottles, sparkles, or cars, or Louis belts, or sneakers and shoes. I'm saying that oftentimes it's just not about me, but think about the things in your life that you say you want to do and who you say you want to be, and then audit, right? Do an audit on your actions. And really look at, do my actions really line up with where I say I want to go and who I want to be? Do my spending habits line up? Do my decisions line up? Do who I choose to hang around, does that line up? How I speak, does that line up? I've got some coaching clients, when they around me, it's, oh, what's up, King? Yeah, King. I know, but I catch them on a slide. They be on their nigga shit. I catch them on a slide. When they in front of me, they want to be suited and booted and clean and sharp and dressed, but catch them on a slide, they walking around in flip-flops and sweatpants in corporate environments. I ain't talking about going to the gym or to get a massage. I'm talking about you want to look like a scam or a dope boy. So it's about being real in life, not being a little boy or little girl, but being a real man or woman and doing what you say you're going to do and being who you say you want to be and auditing your actions and making sure your actions support who you say you want to be. And then not being stupid by knowing the smart thing to do, but not doing it. That's the moral of the whole Jaywalk today. Is that in all those things, when you think about it, many times we know what the right thing to do is. When you take it back to my brother, it was about character and integrity, but it was about, well, what's the right thing to do here? Put my brother through prep school or wear a goddamn diamond chain? I make those decisions like that. And that's what's also helped me to be successful in business, is because if I have a staff member who's a cancer to our organization, who doesn't fit into our culture, emotionally I may like them, but I have to audit that situation and say, what is the smart thing to do? If I don't do what's a smart thing here, it makes me stupid. And God didn't make a stupid man. My mom didn't raise a stupid man. I'm not going to walk around life doing stupid shit, for the most part, the best I can. So I look at every decision, and I encourage you in this Jaywalk to audit your life, audit your actions, audit your decisions, and simply weigh and say, is this the smartest decision for me? And if it is, if it's the wisest decision, it's the smartest to get me to where I say I want to go and to be who I want to be. And if I realize if I don't make this smart decision, it makes me what? Less smart. Dumb, some may call it. Some just say flat out stupid. And so an easier way to get through life, right? Jaywalk is about the easiest way to get across the street. I'm not going to walk up to the light 2 blocks to get across the street when my destination's right there. No, I'm going to look for cars and my ass is, I'll risk your little ticket. This is Jaywalk. About the shortest path of least resistance. The better way to maneuver and get through life. So I want to encourage you all to do that. Weigh your decisions. The smart ones, take action, make the decision. It's very simple. We try to overcomplicate things. We get in our head, tell ourselves stories. We all extra emotional. Like, knock it off. That's little boy shit. Exactly what it is. Just call it what it is. You spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on liabilities. Then when it comes time to buy life insurance, you can spend $700 a month on a car, not even car insurance, a car note. But then you won't spend $150 to insure your life. You got a $20 a day or whatever, however you want to buy it. You buy it in bulk, whatever. You got $300 a month weed habit, but you ain't got no life insurance. $75 a month for a $250,000 policy, $500,000 policy. You renting forever. You spending $2,000 on rent. But for $6,000, you can put 3% down on a $200,000 house. You can get income tax refund, Black Friday coming up, Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah. You blowing money on TVs and Xboxes and liabilities and don't have nothing to pass down to your legacy but some Louis belts. Knowing what the smart thing to do is. If you follow me, you done got plenty of game on what the smart thing to do is. You know your credit jacked up and can get your credit repaired for $500, but you rather go spend it in the club on one bottle of liquor that costs $40 in the store. Living stupid. You in the same corporate trap with $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in your 401k, getting you 3% interest, have an opportunity to invest in the first black-owned real estate crowdfund in the history of America for $500 to get 8% interest, and you scratching your head. But you gave them folks $30,000, have no idea what they're doing with it, with 3% interest. We could offer you 8% interest and 50% of the profits, and you like, I don't know, well, what about? Bruh, sis, you being stupid. Take that same mentality to them folks. It's about how we wisely, astutely move through life. We don't gotta get caught up in all the corny lame. That's why I put on my Instagram the other day. I hate lames. I hate lame stuff. Not that I hate you, the lame person. I hate who you are. I don't hate like your flesh and bones. I love you, but I hate who you are. I hate what you represent. That's corny. Like, you like a real life troll person. Like, that's weird to me. Like, how do you grow up like that? How do you live life like that knowing you're lame and just being okay with it? I'm perplexed. Like, your sister is mad. Like, your sister is mad at who you became in life. Your mom is sad. Like, come on. You don't gotta be like that. You literally could just weigh it up and be like, all right, this comment. Listen, I see things on Instagram. I'm done after this. I just want to say this, and jaywalk is over. I see things on Instagram that people do that are weird or that I don't like, and I say to myself the same thing some people would type. I say it. I have opinions too. But I could just weigh up, like, do I want to be the person? Like, why would I just go type something on somebody's random page because I feel like, oh, I don't like what they wore. I don't like how they said it. I don't like what they did. What kind of man does that make me? I got to weigh that. You can have an opinion. Keep it to your fucking self. It's called being grown. It's called being, like, mature. Like, unless you're 14 or 16 or you're, like, suffering from some kind of, like, you know what I'm saying? Some kind of, like, diagnosis that you need, like, some pills and medicine, like, yo, why are you a grown-ass person, like, doing stupid shit? Focus on your assets. Focus on the things you, like, really need to do in life. Like, yo, let's grow up. Let's get to our destination. We already behind the 8 ball. So anyway, like, subscribe, share. This is Jaywalk. Again, Jay Morrison, CEO and founder of Jay Morrison Enterprises, parent company to Tulsa Real Estate Fund, the historic Tulsa Real Estate Fund, and the ever so fastly growing jay-morrison-academy. Thank you guys for all your support, all your love. I'm just having frank talk, man. It's just a conversation. It's just us talking. I know somebody's life will be better for this. Make sure you guys share it. Let's plant seeds, because what you sow, you shall reap. You sow inspiration, you're going to be inspired. You sow motivation, you're going to be motivated. You sow instruction, you're going to be instructed. You sow love, you're going to receive love. So hope you guys got a little bit of that today. Again, it's episode 4, Jaywalk. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Tref Life.